What's up, fam, and welcome to this episode of Rex's Photo Booth Reviews and Tutorials. In today's episode, I'm going to go over one of the hottest topics of the year, and that is how to connect your DSLR to your iPad or your iPhone. And the reason you want to do this is because 99.9% of the time at an event, you will get your photos taken by a professional photographer, and they'll show you on this little 2.5, 3-inch screen, say, oh, look how cute that was. And then the guest will say, wow, how do we get a copy of that? And the answer will be, yeah, I'm going to give this to the host and hostess. It's their wedding, and you'll be able to get a copy from them. And 99.9% of the time, you probably will never see that photo again. Well, today we have a solution, and I'm going to show you live how it's done. So stay tuned. Before we get started with today's episode, please go down below, like and subscribe to the channel for more great tips. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do this step by step. I'll break it down. I'll show you how it works first, and then I'll show you what the interface looks like, and you can literally set this up in 2 minutes. If I didn't mention it before, the app I am using is called booth.events, booth.events or BE, Booth Events, and you can find this on the Apple App Store. And you can download it, trial it, and the price varies from the package that you get and how many licenses you want to get. But before, I don't want to get into all that. I just want to show you how easy it is to set up and how well it works. So today I am shooting a older camera. This is a DSLR. It's a Canon 6D. But it is compatible with almost the entire list, and you can see their compatibility list on their website. I have it connected to a 9.7 iPad Pro, so it's almost in the same era, but now we have newer and faster and better iPads that are out. If I was doing this at an event, I would have this tethered to my iPhone, probably attached to my wrist or a shoulder band, where I can take the photo really quick, show it to the guest, and then have them share it. So I'm going to have my trusty little toy soldier here, and that is going to be my subject today. Okay, I have the app set up with 2 different templates. One is in portrait, so we can shoot the long way, and I'm going to shoot also in landscape. There's 2 templates in there that I'll be able to choose from after I take the picture. So the first one is, I have my toy soldier here, and I'm going to go ahead and meter. I'm going to focus, and I'm going to take a portrait. And as you can see, this session was triggered with the camera button. I didn't have to touch the screen. I did not have to touch push here to start. It was triggered with the camera. Right here, you can see a very, very sharp photo. And there it is. That is my portrait photo. This one I actually took. If I don't like it, I can hit reshoot and shoot if I do like it, I can go ahead and save it. Right after I save it, the sharing session comes up. It says, how do you want to get your photos? And with booth.events, it has all the sharing options. And I'm talking all. We have the airdrop. So if you have someone else in the room with a iOS device, you can go ahead and AirDrop. So there's the AirDrop dialog box, and you can see who has their AirDrop open. We can do traditional and share via email. They don't want to do that. Look how big that QR code is. So they can go ahead and scan to get the photo. The one I like is SMS text right there. And you don't need a separate Twilio account. Texting is included with your subscription. I'm going to go ahead and type in my number. And if your guest happens to be drunk or have bad eyesight, which they sometimes do, they don't type their number correctly and they come back asking why they haven't received their photo. And one of the cool things about this app is when there isn't enough numbers or the number doesn't seem right, it'll give you a pop-up message that says, doesn't look right. So I will go back. I'm missing a number. I will go ahead and type the complete number and press send it. But prior to that, it'll go ahead and put the number really big on the screen and ask you, hey, is this the correct number? Then you can look at it again on the bottom. It's very clear, very big. And if it is correct, you hit yes, send it. Then it takes you back to the sharing dialog. And if that's all you wanted to do, you would hit done. And then you would be able to initiate another session. So that was, what did I do? I did that in portrait. So now I'm going to do a landscape photo. So I'm going to compose it here and shoot a landscape photo. Oh, beautiful. Love that bouquet. And takes a couple seconds. And that is my portrait photo. Very sharp, very clear, high resolution. That is the advantage of shooting the DSLR over using the iOS camera. I like that as well. I will save it. I will text that as well. Send it. That doesn't look right. 6 ones. And then it'll go back, and then you can get ready for your next session. And if I didn't mention it, the name of this app is called booth.events, and it's available on the Apple Store. If you want to know how I did it, stay tuned because I'm going to break it down for you. So you guys are probably wondering how I did it, so I'm going to break it down. The first thing is you need a DSLR camera. The most common camera probably around right now is a Canon M50, maybe even a Canon R. So those are mirrorless cameras, and those take phenomenal photos. I am using a older Canon 6D because I like full frame, but again, check the website for the compatibility list. So you'll need a DSLR. Then I have a USB camera cable. So I believe, I want to say this is called the Mini B. Mine takes the Mini B. Some of the newer cameras take Type C. So make sure that you have the correct USB cable for your camera, and it's different with all cameras. And then I have just a simple dongle here. I have a lightning port on my older iPad Pro, and so I have the lightning adapter, and then on the back there, on this dongle, is a USB cable right there. Okay, so this is sometimes is the cable that ships with your camera. So the USB-A goes into the adapter like that, and this adapter, the lightning cable, goes into either my iPad or my iPhone. So in terms of hardware, oh, and then of course, I'm using an iPad 9.7 Pro. I definitely recommend using an iPhone because the battery is going to last a lot longer. It's smaller, it's more portable. You could put it in your front pocket. You could put it in a wrist bracket. All sorts of adapters that you can use so you can look at your output and then share very quickly. And then to make this happen, you take the adapter, plug it into the iPad, take the, I guess it's the mini USB, and connect it to your camera. Okay? And then I will show you how to set it up in the software. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your app store, right? So we just go to the app store, opens it up. I'm going to type booth events, and I've already downloaded. It says it's open. So go ahead and click get, and then it will download to your iPad, and I've already done that. So there is the icon right there, and that is the app that you will need to connect to your DSLR. Okay, so once you do that, you want to start by going into your Safari. Let me close some of this out. You're going to open up booth.events from your Safari browser, and I'm doing all of this on my iPad. It's actually even easier if you do this on a computer. And the first thing I'm going to do is create new event. So it's the second icon right there. Okay, so I'm going to hit create event, and I'm going to type in just DSLR, oops, DSLR to, oops, iPad. Okay, so you can name it whatever you want. I just called it DSLR to iPad, and then I'm going to choose today's date, and it doesn't even matter, but I want to set it up for today. So let's do the date, and that is it, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and hit create event. And then I can go ahead and add my templates just for this event. And I've already done this before, but if you wanted to do a photo booth event, here are all the preset templates. But because I am doing run and gun photography, I want to pick right here, landscape, and I want to do portrait 4x6. So those would be my two layouts, and hit save changes, and I'm pretty much ready to go. So once I set up the event, that's all I did here, because I'm not doing photo booth or anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the booth.events app. It's right there. And when I open it, it'll have a list of all the events that I set up. I just set up the DSLR to iPad right there. Today, I'm going to touch to download that. There is the event, but before I launch the event, I want to be able to select the camera. And once you turn on your DSLR, it should automatically detect it. And it did. Let's see, it is my Canon EOS 6D. Then I'm going to ignore the AirPrint menu. I'm going to go into sticker. What is this? Sticker default, and I want to make sure it's on none because you can add stickers to the photos after the fact, but I don't want to do that. I'll hit save. Then I will go to the next menu and it'll ask me, hey, what do I want to do? And all I really want to do is take photos. So there's photos. I'm going to turn off the 360 slow motion. I'm going to turn off the boomerang from the photo booth. I don't want to do GIFs. I don't want to do testimonial videos. So those buttons have all been turned off. So they will not be initiated. Then I will go to the last menu, which is the gallery menu. I want all my originals to upload as well as my sharing. So I want email on, I want text on, I want QR code on, I want AirDrop on, I want printing off. So I don't want anybody to hit the print button. And that's it. And now, once I'm done configuring my event with my sharing, different ways to share, whether it's email or text or QR code or AirDrop. Let me turn that on because I'm on an AirDrop. Then I can go ahead and launch the event. So I will go back to the primary menu there, and I will hit launch event and hit OK, and then I am ready to go. Make sure my camera is ready. I want to shoot in manual mode. And where's my, okay, there's my soldier. Hopefully it's not too close. Try to do this from behind the camera. And there, I triggered it. It's actually transferring the photo. There it is. There you go. Save it. There are all my sharing ways to share right there, and I'll hit done and I can go into another session. There you go. And that is how you connect DSLR to iPad or iPhone. Have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as you all know, a Rex's photo booth reviews and tutorials is not a tutorial without a bonus hack. So I will keep it very simple for you. Just like when you are photo boothing with a PC, your Surface Pro, it is always recommended that you shoot in manual mode. So make sure that your camera is in manual and that you understand the exposure triangle for the best output. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Happy boothing, everybody.